Free throw shooting has a somewhat interesting history in the NBA, as it remains one of the most basic yet inconsistent fundamentals in the game. Generally speaking, your typical player takes the foul, struts to the free throw line, shoots a generic stroke and repeats. Some guys swish with consistency, others make a fine living as bricklayers. Either way, there's nothing more to it than just taking your shot, right? Scientifically speaking, the art of shooting consistent free throws falls into behavioral science. If you repeat an action enough times, your brain will automatically guide your body. If you practice shooting free throws enough times, your brain will tell your body how to put the ball into the net. Alternatively, you can throw all that junk in the trash and try something else that has no proven relation to shooting free throws. A small fraction of the players to don an NBA jersey in the competition's history have tried to call upon the mysterious unseen forces to try and improve their performance from the line, whether it be a small gesture, an unconventional action, a hum tune, or a series of mind-boggling motions. Here are some of the most weird free throw rituals in NBA history. Karl Malone. If the mailman delivered mail as slowly as he shot free throws, carrier pigeons would be back in style. Not only did Malone push the 10-second free throw time limit with a number of unnecessary dribbles and ball tosses, he would mutter a sequence of words under his breath at a rapid rate, making him look like a cross between a possessed witch and a speed rapper. Considering Malone led the NBA in free throws made in a season, a league record 8 times, NBA fans have the right to ask for their lost time back. Some reports say Malone was using his family as inspiration to hit the shot, but was more than likely rattling off generic self-complimenting statements. Malone shot a respectable 74% from the line over his career, though he never registered over 80% in a season. Steve Nash. Steve Nash is not only the best ever free throw shooter in the eyes of the majority of NBA fans, he is the best free throw shooter in the NBA record books. After retiring at 41 years of age, Nash shot a record 90% over an 18-year career, narrowly taking the top spot from Mark Price with a percentage of 89%. Although subtle, Nash would lick the tips of his fingers and use that hand to comb back his hair. After losing his iconic mop, Nash continued licking his fingers without the motion through the hair and continued to knock down freebies like nobody's business. Nick Van Exel. Why shoot a free throw from 15 feet when you can sink them from 18? Nick Van Exel had a reputation of being nice, confident on the court. You could argue that shooting a free throw percentage of 79% when standing at least a foot behind the 15-foot stripe allows you to be a little bit cocky. However, Van Exel's last 5 seasons would all see his free throw percentage sit below 80%, his lowest being 68% in his final NBA season with the San Antonio Spurs. Don Nelson. Although this may not necessarily be considered a routine, legendary coach Don Nelson deserves to be outed for his deplorable free throw shooting technique. Sporting a technique no other player was remotely interested in attempting to apply to their own game, Nelson would hold the ball by his right hand while leaning towards the hoop on his right leg, leaving his left leg trailing. Nelson shot a respectable 76% using his netball-esque technique from the line in his 5-time championship-winning playing career, before going on to win 3 NBA Coach of the Year awards. Jerry Stackhouse.
Get the attention you deserve with a custom neon sign. We offer handmade neon signs. Our process is simple. Visit our website, glonio.com, and click Custom Neon Builder for an on-demand experience. Start typing your custom text, choose a font, color, and size. We will handle the rest by handcrafting your LED neon. We also produce high-quality neons to match your business logo by completing the form on our Business Neons page.
Ever wondered what it would be like if an NBA player simulated what someone does when going to the bathroom in the woods? Look no further than Jerry Stackhouse. As an 82% career free throw shooter, Stackhouse's routine stood out due to how he lowered himself to the ground. While sizing up the basket and preparing to take a shot, the 19-year recently retired veteran bent at the knees until a small breeze would have toppled him onto his backside before firing his shot. Wilt Chamberlain. It's no secret that big men in the NBA have notoriously been poor foul shot shooters, but most are consistent with their routine. The difference between them and the Big Dipper was that Chamberlain had no routine. Despite having multiple advisors over his 14-year career, Chamberlain shot 51% from the line throughout his career, registered 6 seasons below 50%, and 1 season at a hilarious 38%. Chamberlain's playoff career percentage was even worse, converting below half of his chances at 46%. Chamberlain was suggested to shoot with more arc, less arc, more hook, less hook, with and without dribbling routines, and underarm, all to no avail. But hey, a guy who once averaged over 50 points a game through a season is allowed to suck majorly at the line. Alonzo Mourning. Best known as a notorious lockdown defender, Alonzo Mourning's free throw routine also featured a tribute to his family. Before taking each of his shots, Zoe would kiss his wrist and raise it to his forehead. Not that it helped a whole lot, shooting just below 70% in his 16-year career, mostly with Miami. Away from the free throw line, Mourning is a 2-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year winner, as well as a member of the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame and the Hampton Roads Sports Hall of Fame. Jason Kidd. Much like Hornacek and Mourning, former Milwaukee Bucks head coach Jason Kidd offered a tribute to his family when he took to the line. Kidd would blow a kiss before letting his foul shot rip, as a way of telling his now ex-wife Jumana and kids Trey, Jason, Mia, and Giselle that he was thinking of them. It might not have worked out with his then-wife, but Kidd has enjoyed a positive personal life since, and brought surprise success to the Bucks in the 2014 to 2015 season. Reggie Miller. Miller is a 5-time NBA free throw accuracy leader, 5-time NBA All-Star, 1996 Olympic gold medal winner, Hall of Famer, and once led the NBA for most career three-point shots made, now second to Ray Allen. But what Miller may be remembered for over all else is his odd routine at the line. Miller pressed the ball against his left hip, extended his right hand in a shooting motion, took 3 dribbles, and watched the ball sail through the hoop 9 times out of 10. The 18-year Indiana Pacers legend shot 88% from the line over his career and over 90% in 8 seasons. Rick Barry. Not only is Hall of Famer Rick Barry the only player ever to lead the NCAA, NBA, and ABA in scoring, he shot a free throw career average of 90%. If that wasn't impressive enough, Barry used the outdated, even in his playing time, method of shooting his foul shots underhand. Barry bounced the ball 3 times in front of himself before placing both hands on the top side of the ball, heaving the ball upwards at the basket. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thanks for tuning in.